Pisces, you are at a threshold and things are lining up as they should. You may feel like you're in a little bit of a holding period or waiting for something to happen, a kind of release, but Spirit's saying this is all part of the energy getting organized and in place for you. You may also have an unexpected visitor. So the card that came through for you is liminality. See that? So it's kind of like you're here in this hallway. You've already gone through the doors. So maybe you've passed one threshold and you're waiting to pass another. And you're waiting for someone to greet you, or you're waiting for someone to usher you, to show you where to go or how to go up these stairs, or if you should go up these stairs. And this is what the unexpected visitor is all about. Whoever this is in your life, they're going to come in and show you which direction to go in. Now, this might not happen in a literal sense, but whatever does occur between the two of you will guide you in a particular direction. I'm also seeing something about wellness, healing, something about the chakras, paying attention to that. Someone around you may be experiencing some health issues. There's something about focusing on your chakras could actually, if you're close to this person, help them in some way, or Reiki or something like that. So you could consider that. This is just what I'm getting. But everything is lining up as it should. Actually, the specific wording that I got in my meditation is things are lining up as they should for you. Okay? So let's get further in and see what else we get, Pisces. Tell me more about this message for Pisces, this unexpected visitor or guest being in between thresholds and the stairs. There's a question of ascension or moving up, getting a higher advantage, but I'm also hearing higher pay. Okay, that could be a specific message for someone. A higher wage, or maybe it's even a metaphor. Payment in energy. Payment in time, I'm hearing. Payment in your time. Getting more time for something. The Oracle. Growth. Timeless. Yeah, something about time. Timeless and beyond. Oh, I love this card. So we have the celestial sun here. The Oracle. Liminality and the Oracle. Ooh. So when we're in these liminal periods, in these kind of holding spaces, it is a time for us to practice our psychic intuition and our ability to foresee or plan or manifest that which we desire. I feel like this is already underway, though, because things are lining up as they should. But with the Oracle coming through, this is Spirit saying, you are an Oracle. You have the capacity to see through timelines. And this may be why it feels so stuffy or so frustrating to be in this liminal space, because you can see where you want to go, or you have an indication, a good idea. Something about Scorpio energy could be significant for you. You may also be seeing a lot of Pegasus kind of imagery or horse imagery. Yeah, see, you're just chilling. You're sitting on your chair in this hallway waiting to see which way to go. Okay, and then the other card that came through is Unresolved, restoration, tension, and letting go. So perhaps this is why it's not just about the energy lining up and things getting sorted for you to move to your next timeline or for you to pass another threshold. There's also an activation point that you have to enact or pursue or trigger. Something's been unresolved and you have to let that go before you can go your way. Proceed before you can proceed. So what is it, Pisces, that's unresolved? I'm seeing this image. I have to cover this, but hopefully you can see all these little, it's like all cut up, like in blocks. It's reminding me of like a fragmentation, or like a feeling like something's collapsing in on itself. Something feels fragmented. Yeah, there's some, for some of you, how do I say that? This isn't for all of you, so take it or not. And maybe it's for someone around you, because I did say that chakra thing about helping to heal someone else. there could be a sense of feeling fragmented, as if your higher self and your ego are no longer in alignment, or even your shadow's no longer in alignment. For some of you, you may be feeling like your ego is taking over, taking control, or even a shadow element is taking control as you are in this holding period or this waiting period. There's some restraint here that I feel you might be under. Okay, that's for some of you. So we're going to find out what needs to be let go of and how you can do that. There's some tension that you're holding on to. And you need to cut that cord. I'm seeing you stand here or sit here in this chair, but there's a cord, attached to something that's behind these doors. Like you've crossed a threshold, but the cord is still there. Spirit wants you to cut it. Or maybe this unexpected visitor is going to come in and give you the shears that you need to make this cut. Okay, very interesting energy, Pisces. Unresolved in the Oracle. Okay, I feel like it's exciting. Just a little bit of work needs to be done, as always. So let's find out what's going on here. Spirit, tell me more about the energy supporting Pisces. Actually, let me give this a good shuffle. I kind of just swish it around on the table with this deck. It's the only deck I do this with. Okay, that should be good. Everything is lining up as it should. I'm seeing justice just fell out. Everything is lining up as it should. I hope that brings you some relief there, Pisces. This feels more like an annoyance or just like this, I want to be able to do this now feeling. Whatever's going on in your situation. Or if this is in the context of some kind of relationship, there's like this gray zone that you're in with something or someone. Something's unresolved. Okay, wait. Before I ask more, should I pull in? No. Tell me more about the Oracle energy. I want to know more about this before I ask about the strengths and the obstacles you're facing. The energy that's supporting you and the energy that's opposing you. Tell me more about the Oracle. Reconciliation, 5 of Swords in reverse. It says on this card, remorse and compromise. The Oracle. Well, there's something here that was brutal. Okay, some kind of gang up kind of situation. It's like the energies were compounding, ganging up on you. Maybe this is people, or maybe it's just energy in general. Everything was coming toward you all at once kind of feeling. It feels as though you're reconciling this energy. And I'm seeing you like take these, I don't know, maybe they're swords. Take the swords out of you that all came at you at once. And you're like, no, I'm taking this out. I'm not dealing with this. I'm hearing use that. This is interesting. Use that sword that you take out to cut the cord. And just as I was saying that, a piece of my hair, which is kind of red, was attached to the Unresolved card, right? So I feel like this is the cord. Maybe we could cut it right now for you, just as a symbol. If you want, right? Maybe put your intention. You want to cut a cord with someone or something? Think about it right now. Ready? Okay. We'll just do that as a symbol. Okay, so there's a reconciliation here with the energy of like ganging up or someone bullying or just like all this energy coming at you all at once. And I'm seeing the scorpions again. Look, big theme here. Something that maybe feels like it snuck up on you. So as the Oracle, you're able to see how you can reconcile the energy. Okay, let's see what's supporting you and what is challenging you. What is supporting you? And if you didn't want to cut a cord with anything, then you didn't. So don't worry. What is supporting you? The Hangman, your card. Perspective, letting go, pause and sacrifice, and you are in this pause energy, endeavor with the Page of Buttons, Page of Pentacles, manifestation and foundation. Yeah, exactly. So you're in this moment of pause as the hangman in this hallway, hanging out, waiting for somebody to come through, tell you what's going on. And while you're in that waiting room type energy, you are meant to learn something or meant to clarify what it is that you are bringing forward and how it is that you want to let go of something unresolved. So this is a energy that all of us experience from time to time, this liminal space, and it's usually it usually feels like we're kind of floating, or we're waiting, or we're lost, or we don't know what we're moving towards. There's like inertia. I don't know, am I on the right path, or what's going on in this situation? And we often mistake it for stagnancy when really it's like the prime material we need to clarify our path and to actually manifest what we want. It's like the energy pauses for a second to let us actually situate ourselves in our life and have that kind of oracle clear vision into how we can reconcile the things that have been in pieces. You know, how can we bring our life back together in the way that we want? So when we have those liminal times, it truly is a blessing. It's much different than stagnation. Okay, so some of you have been thinking you're stuck, or you're just immobile, you're stagnant. Try to reframe it as you are in the creative space. You are in the void space, the womb space, the liminal space, the space where all things begin to take place and manifest. You are in a very magical place. And that's why the oracle card's coming through for you. You are the sun in this dark place too. You're shedding light on things that you haven't looked at before within yourself, things you've kept hidden from yourself, your own desires, your own wishes. And some of you haven't given yourself enough credit for the things that you have healed and accomplished. And now's the time to pause. Give yourself a pat on the back and use those tools that you've created, that you've forged for yourself, because you have. You've gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of healing too. Things have come together for you, but you may not feel that way until you let something go. There's still one last piece, okay, that's unresolved. So let's find out, what is that? What is unresolved here, Spirit? What is unresolved? Acceleration, 8 of matches, quick decisions, and it says air travel. I'm going to pull a couple more. 8 of wands, unresolved. This could be about communication. Some communication is unresolved, or you're still feeling pulled in many directions by different people, like incited to communicate all the time at some level. Or feeling like you have an obligation. Let me see what else is going on here with the 8 of wands as what's unresolved. Patience and temperance, or you have something to say but you haven't been able to say it. Communication. This could be at work, in a relationship, in a creative sense. 8 of wands is all this energy moving forward. Your spirit expressing itself in a quick fashion. Kind of like this unbridled feeling. But you're having to be patient. Can you give me one more about what's unresolved here? Collaboration, 3 of buttons, teamwork, expertise. There's another horse. Okay, so we have acceleration, patience, collaboration, temperance, 3 of pentacles, and the 8 of wands. Okay, so you're wanting something to get off the ground, or some kind of collaboration. It doesn't have to be like collaboration in a literal sense. It could just be like, I wish these energies would work with me, that things would flow easier, that there would be receptivity. Could also be that you're waiting on some kind of communication from someone or some green light. Okay, I want to know more about this unexpected guest, because perhaps they're the collaborator helping you to cut that cord or showing you where to go next in one way or another. Tell me about this uninvited guest. Is this a welcome guest? Well, it is cosmically anyways, like soulfully, it is welcome because it will help you. You'll cross the other threshold because of this. But I don't know if you consciously or egoically are welcoming this agent. I'm hearing this agent. Agent of change, maybe. I don't know. Who is this? What is this? Heartless. Yeah. King of Cups in reverse. Oof. I'm feeling that like right here too. Unstable, uncaring. Oh, it's disappointing. It's not all the time that I feel that. Damn it. Okay, Pisces. It is what it is, right? I feel like that's part of the message this card's sticking out. Let me see what it is. Moving on. 5 of Cups. You're moving on. Forgiveness, it also says. Moving on from this heartless person. So they're coming in, whoever that is. They're an unexpected guest, uninvited visitor. They're cold in a way, callous, maybe unstable, or just unstable. They're not grounded. It's getting you to move on. It's getting you to move is the point, right? You're no longer in this hallway. You're moving on. Okay, so the King of Cups in reverse. Someone who's not very compassionate. This is what's unresolved. I don't know, maybe you need a last kind of red flag. You need a last red flag. I don't know what it is. Could be anybody, right? It doesn't have to be in a love context. Do you know this person, though? Cause and effect, justice. And rebellion, the Hierophant in reverse. Doubt. Well, cause and effect card says truth on it. There's some karma at play, cause and effect. Somebody rebelled in a certain context where there was divine wisdom imparted. Maybe someone was pardoned for something. I don't know. Imparted on someone. Divine wisdom was shared, given. There was a certain structure or way to go about things. Somebody rebelled against that. Could be you or someone else. And because of that, we are now in this liminal space where you are recreating your path, you're reconciling energies, bringing fragmented energies of yourself or of your life back together so that you can manifest what you want. You're in the process of letting go. There's unresolved communication or this sense of not working together. And this heartless person is coming in to usher you in the direction that you should be going towards. Everything is lining up as it should. This is a blessing in disguise, I guess, if you want to use that cliche term. I'm seeing wish come true, 9 of Cups, but you may not see it that way just yet. Okay, can I ask more about this heartless person or energy that's coming in for you or that's visiting? Now, maybe it's like their energy is showing up all of a sudden. It's been years, it's been months, you haven't thought about them, and all of a sudden the energy's rushing in. Or maybe it's in a literal sense. But however they show up, they hand you the shears. They do something, they say something, or you have a new perspective with the Hangman when their energy reappears in your mind, or you just feel them in some sense, or whatever unfolds. It allows you to cut the cord, break the thread. So what's going on with this heartless King of Cups in reverse? The Devil. Oh, well, good for you. Okay, this is a necessary, although difficult thing that you are going through. You are cutting ties with this shadow energy. And I'm seeing at the bottom, 6 of Swords in reverse, change of plans. And it says trapped. Exactly. Something has changed and shifted. My eyes twitching a little bit here. Yeah, maybe you're like, what's going on with this person? Like there's something disturbing here, or somebody who was agitating, bothering you, was heartless in the matter. Okay, this has caused you to change your plans. And it says baggage on this card with this cord. And I feel like that's what you're cutting ties with, is this baggage, to put it as the card says. Okay, and on this devil card, it says dependency, release, and fear. So this person, an addiction at the top. It doesn't have to be a person. Maybe it's an addiction that you're cutting ties with that made you a little bit heartless. And it could be heartless in the sense of you were being cruel to others, or maybe you were being cruel to yourself. You weren't leading with your own heart while you were in this addictive kind of energy. Okay, so take it however it resonates with you. But to characterize this person a little bit more, they are in fear, okay? They do have a lot of self-doubt, and there's a certain level of dependency they have on disappointment, the star in reverse, and maybe being a martyr at some level or playing the victim at some level. There's despair, uninspired. They have, I'm hearing a recursive kind of energy, or a loop in their energy where they are constantly disappointed in themselves and in others. They're in a bad place. This is a very bad place for this person. And this is what guides their actions, okay, or the way they've been treating you, if that resonates with you. Hesitation. It's also why they hesitate with things and they can't collaborate, because they're not coming from a healed or a heart space or wanting to healed place. New beginnings, the Fool. They're not fresh in their perspective. They're carrying a lot of weight. They're carrying a lot of baggage. In fact, the baggage that you've been corded to is not even yours. It's theirs. Okay, Pisces? So this could manifest, this reading, in many ways. So keep an open mind when receiving this energy. Okay, but the most important thing I'm seeing here is that you are moving on from this. Okay, you're in between thresholds. You're about to move on. So let's get the tarot out and see what other information we can get. 2222 on the timer. Maybe a number that you're seeing. I do feel guided to pull some charms. These could just be little clues or confirmations for you. I don't usually pull charms in the middle of a reading like this, so there must be something significant in here. We have the letter K, the letter E, the letter M, the number 5. We have a card that says tarot on it, a stoplight, traffic light. And yeah, it's like you're waiting at the traffic light, you know? You're going to get the green light soon. We have a cup, Ace of Cups maybe, or it could be a wine glass. We also have a cross and Virgo. Let me pull a couple more. The letter C, sweet, the word sweet. You're sweet, especially if your name starts with the letter C. 7, C7, that's a disc in your back or in your neck, I think. Neck, back. There could be something going on with that. We have another cross, so something about your faith, the number 1, a sun, a butterfly, the letter V, a star, a spider web, a spider in a spider web, a hand that says handmade, 1111, and a crescent moon with a cat. I'm also seeing Leo. So those could be little clues that this is for you. Maybe you hand make something. There could be something about seeing the crescent moon recently. It is in that phase. And there's this little disgruntled face, which I feel like is them. Okay, and the sun, that's you. Okay, so let's get back into the cards for Pisces. Yeah, I feel like the first threshold, I don't know why it's coming through this way. It was like 1111, and the next threshold is 2222. So you're right in the middle of it. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's how I'm seeing it. Okay, for Pisces spirit, tell me what's going on for Pisces. for Pisces. Beautiful Pisces. Freeing themselves from this energy. 9 of Swords. Well, you definitely are getting a reprieve from this energy soon enough. Everything is lining up as it should. You're in this dark hallway. Like, what is going on here? There's growth that's going on. You're moving beyond this. That's for sure. It's difficult. When the King of Cups and the Devil show up together, and King of Cups in reverse, this is not easy. So don't be hard on yourself. This is a real battle that you've had to fight with someone else or even within yourself. You've had to have a lot of patience with yourself. If you've needed outside help from someone to help you deal with this situation, 7 of Pentacles, you've had to be patient with that too. Queen of Cups, but there is somebody here that will look out for your best interest. They could be a water sign, or maybe they are just attuned to your emotions in some way. They're interested in protecting you, I'm hearing. I don't know who, the Empress. I don't know who that is. Queen of Cups, the Empress. Yeah, it's like a maternal energy almost. It doesn't have to be related to gender. It's just somebody wants to protect you, take care of you. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely like a feminine energy, not gender specific. Queen of Wands is like an advocate. Queen of Cups, somebody who actually is advocating on your behalf, on your like energetic state almost. Maybe this is somebody that's coming in. Page of Swords. Yeah, they see what you're going through. They know. You may have not met them yet, 7 of Pentacles, or you're being patient to hear back from them or to see what's going to happen. This could also be related to somebody helping you with find stability or move in some sense or get some kind of reward. Okay, 9 of Swords for your overall energy. Let's get the rest of the cards out, Spirit. I'm hearing that Michael Jackson song, They Don't Really Care About Us. Maybe the King of Cups and the Devil is a group of people even. Ooh. For some of you, it is a group of people, and that's making it even harder. So, yeah. Okay, beautiful. Oh, I love it, Pisces. Good news. Good news at the end, okay? But it is a journey, and I'm also seeing Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to put that down. Okay, your overall energy, 9 of Swords. So let's figure out, what is this despair kind of energy all about? Oh, we'll clarify with the tarot. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. What more do I need to do? What more do I need to say to stabilize something or to make my intentions clear, to ground myself? So you're doing a lot of like preparation, or you're really holding it down in order to protect your sovereignty, your stability, what you've worked hard for. You're also communicating in a way that is very confident. Even if you feel like you're not, it's coming off very confident towards others. High Priestess. But what you're hiding here behind this is the anxiety and the worry. What can I say about the Oracle energy? 8 of Wands. And the 4 of Swords. 5 of Wands. There's something that you can't control. And the sooner that you release that as a possibility in your mind that you would be able to control it, the better it is for you. Okay? And it can be hard to release control, but it will help. Okay? And sometimes we need to remind ourselves of that. There's nothing I can do to change their mind or to get them to think differently or to get them to collaborate with me. You know, I just have to say what I'd said, and I feel like you've already said what you've said, and see what happens. And in the meantime, I'm going to focus on other things or my manifestation. What you don't see coming is the Six of Swords. I love this because this isn't just moving away from the situation and moving on. This is mental clarity. This is getting away from this in your mind, not having this follow you around. I'm hearing like a treacherous ball and chain. Okay? So tell me more about the Six of Swords for what Pisces doesn't see coming. And you're flying right to the sun here. See? It's beautiful. The Fool. New beginning. The threshold. You cross the other threshold. Okay? You're not stuck in this hallway forever. In this waiting room or whatever's going on or however you want to characterize it and, describe it. You are definitely growing beyond timeless, moving into a period that is like, how do I explain that? Timeless expansion. Maybe you have been feeling pressured around time or concerned about time with something. Oh, this is so beautiful. Six of Swords and the Fool for what you don't see coming. Look, Pisces, this is not going to be this is not going to weigh this heavy on you in the future. I'm seeing that. The World. Yes, it is going to close. It is going to fully come to some kind of reconciliation in your own energy around this. You're going to reconcile with yourself or in this situation in some context that allows you to move away from it. Okay? 8 of Cups for your opportunity, walking away, right? And this is what you're doing. You're cutting that cord. This King of Cups in reverse comes in unexpectedly in some shape or form, and something they do or say allows you to cut that cord once and for all. What is it that they do or say? 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, the Chariot in reverse. This person could act like they don't care. Okay, they're very nonchalant about what you're going through, or they don't care what's happened, or they're just dismissive in some way. If they're holding something back that you feel you need, like they're happy about that, it's heartless, okay? I don't know what specifically they say or do, but you do see something that helps you make a decision. Don't question it, though. I'm seeing tiger's eye. Maybe this is a stone that you want to carry with you or have with you. The 8 of Swords for your challenge. Well, this makes sense, right? 9 of Swords now, 8 of Swords, your challenge. Remember Knight of Swords. Remember what I said in the beginning, that everything is lining up. Things are getting in order. You're in the in-between thresholds in this liminal space for a reason. And part of the reason is that you also need to take an action. And that's literally to unbind yourself from this situation, Knight of Swords, to cut yourself free. Okay? To see something clearly. So it's a co-creation what's happening now for you. This new start that you're going to have with the Fool energy, it's a co-creation between your actions that you take to help you let go of something or remove something from your energy field, and Spirit lining things up for you because you've manifested it that way, cause and effect. So the challenge is taking that action. And maybe, like, how I broke my hair there as a symbol of breaking the cord or cutting the cord, maybe you want to do your own symbolic little ceremony. You could really cut a cord, literally, as a symbol of your commitment to letting go of this or moving on from this, not allowing this to interfere with you anymore. And if you don't want to do that, you could visualize it in meditation, or you could simply just say, I'm letting go of this. I'm moving on. Whatever you feel you want and need to do, this might help you resolve this energy that you feel kind of like you're waiting forever, you know? Like I'm getting this sense that you're sitting here, you've taken a number, you're waiting, and your number's like, I'm hearing 999. Okay, your number's 999, but you're the only one in the waiting room. And they're calling the numbers, you know, number 257, and you're like, oh my God, I have to be here forever. And I'm the only one here. Who are they calling? Okay, so there's something you could do to speed that process up. Okay, so let's see. Queen of Wands for your advice. So this could be that other person that's going to help you, protect you, advocate for you, be on your side, impart some wisdom and knowledge on you, or maybe or this could also be yourself, advocating for yourself. Now the Queen of Wands is very mysterious, very powerful, very magical. I'm hearing she uses her spirit to protect herself. That's what I was getting. Wands energy, spirit. To create as well. She uses her spirit to create. 5 of Pentacles. Yes, somebody is helping you, or you're helping yourself in a real way. There's some energy that's going to be put into this resolution or reconciliation for you. And I don't really mean that you're going to reconcile with the King of Cups in reverse, who's the devil. No. This is reconciling your own sense of feeling fragmented. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands and the 5. You have to advocate for yourself too. Okay. Knight of Cups. If you feel like you don't have what it takes to do something you want, you're wrong. You're wrong. Death. Stop thinking like that. There's a way for you to do something you want. Even if it's like, I don't have enough money, or I'm feeling, too worn out, my health is in decline, or, I'm just feeling impoverished right now energetically. Spirit's saying you can still do what you want to do. You can still go on that adventure, Knight of Cups. You may not need what you think you do in order to go forward. The Moon. It will be a little less certain because you won't feel like you have everything you need, but it's still very possible. 10 of Wands and Awakening. You're also going to prove to yourself and to show to yourself that you can do it against all odds. That really nothing can hold you back. There's also something that you maybe want to do, but it's a little bit harder than you initially thought it was going to be. That's okay. You're up for the challenge. Death. Yeah, you just have to transform what that looks like in your mind, or maybe transmute the energies around it so that it becomes less of something that looks like an obstacle and more of something that's a little bit of a challenge. Justice. Put in the work and you will reap the rewards. Okay, and that's not always the case, but I am seeing that here. I'm going to tell you the outcome, which I love, so good, which has been guiding the way I've been reading this whole message for you. But I'm also going to do an extended. In the extended, I'm going to go a layer deeper, see what's underneath this. I'm going to get more into this Devil and the King of Cups in reverse. I want to find out more about what's going on here. Get some more guidance on that for you. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you're not interested, you don't like that idea, then trust that Spirit already knew that about you and gave you all the messages you personally needed right here. So the outcome, 10 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Yay. Okay, so once you pass this other threshold, and that the reason why it's so important for you to cut that cord is like you can't bring it into the next. So imagine a threshold here, you're in the middle. Like you've brought the cord into the liminal, but you can't bring it through the next doors. You just can't. Okay, it won't, you can't happen. So once you're able to let go of that, then when you pass through those doors, there's this opportunity here for long-term happiness and joy, harmony. And I'm seeing there's somebody with you here, holding your hand. Well, there's 2 people with you here. So there's a lot of potential for a real Ace of Pentacles, a real opportunity at some long-term happiness. Some of you are going to either travel or move house, and it's going to be idyllic in some sense. Idyllic. There we go. In some sense. Okay, give me one more on this. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. 4 of Wands. It's a celebration. So I know your birthday has just passed. So happy belated birthday. This is a gift for you. Okay? It doesn't matter where Pisces is in your chart, but this is a gift for you. This is something to celebrate. Might be a little bit challenging here and there, but ultimately you're moving away from some major restrictive force. 444 on the clock. Okay, I love you so much, Pisces. I'll see you next time.